Hi. The question is, giving a fixed tenure of 5 years to governors would encourage the constitutionally mandated neutrality and fairness in the discharge of their duties. The comment. The answer is, our political system is a result of blending of both unitary and federal systems according to the requirements of time and circumstances. It is this unique feature that has made the office of the governor a political necessity in a parliamentary form of government. Article 153 of our constitution provides that each state shall have a governor. The governor is supposed to be an important link between the union and the states, especially with a view to have intact unity and integrity of the nation. There are many more discretionary powers of the government. Under the Constitution, the governor is bound by advice of his chief minister under Article 163. But there are certain areas where the governor may act on his own discretion. These areas of governor's discretion can be broadly identified as choosing the chief minister and requiring him or her to prove his majority on the floors of the house, then diminishing the chief ministers, dissolving the legislature, recommending president's role, and reserving bills for the consideration of the president. Then, where the controversy came from? The governor's role thereafter became increasingly controversial with allegations of partiality and a lack of objectivity in exercise of the discretionary powers. The part played by some governors, particularly in recommending president's rule and reserving states bills for the president, had evoked strong resentment. Governors are often accused as agents of party at the center rather than as guardians of the federal democracy. And this has emerged as one of the key issues of the United States relations. The independence of the governor is taking decisions where he has discretionary powers is severely restricted by the fact that he or she can be removed from office at any point. This is the important point. That the independence of the governor is taking decisions where he has discretionary power is severely restricted by the fact that he or she can be removed from office at any time. The Constitution of India does not provide a fixed tenure for governors. Article 156 provides that the normal tenure of the governor's office is 5 years, but he holds the office as at the pleasure of the president, which means he can be removed at any point of time by the president. Article 156 does not lay down the grounds upon which a governor may be removed by the president, nor does it require that the reason be disclosed. What is the advantage of the fixed tenure of governors? As the question states, it is in the context that there have been demands to give a fixed tenure of 5 years to the governors to encourage the constitutionally mandated neutrality and fairness in the discharge of their duties. It is in line with the recommendations of various committees that have looked at the working of governors. Then the Sarkaria Commission. The governor's tenure of office must be guaranteed and should not be disturbed except for extremely compelling reasons. This statement was given by the Sarkaria Commission. Moreover, in case of such termination and resignation by the governor, the government should lay before both the houses of the parliament a statement explaining the circumstances leading to such removal or resignation as the case may be. Then what the Venkatacharya Commission? This commission gave the statement that the National Commission to review the working of the Constitution, NCRWC, recommended for the deletion of the provision that the governor hold the office during the pleasure of the president. It called for the term of office, for example 5 years, to be made a fixed tenure. This statement was given by the Venkat Commission. The Ponchi Commission said that the frequent removals and transfer of governors before the end of their tenure have lowered the prestige of this office. This statement was given by the Ponchi Commission. Then what is the conclusion? The conclusion is, with certain inherent protections against malafide actions of the governors, depoliticizing their appointments and fixing their tenure will be a great boost to the center-state relation or the union-state relations, and also restore the prestige of the governor's office. That is the answer.